Hello friends, welcome to Code with Karthik. Today we are going to see tuple data type in Python. First we will see what is tuple. In Python, a tuple is a collection data type. A collection data type means you can store group of data in this data type. So this is similar to a list. So tuples are similar to a list, but there are 7 to 8 differences between tuples and list. I have created separate video on that. So that video link I will give in description and in I button also. Now we are going to see properties of tuple. To represent tuple, we have to use these round brackets, but these brackets are not mandatory. For example, I have defined one tuple t is equal to 1, 2, 3. So I have used this round brackets, means this is one tuple. So if you have written like this 1, 2 and 3, so this is also one tuple, means both are tuple, means these round brackets are not mandatory. Next property is ordered data, means whatever the order of these elements is there, so that is important. And using indexing and slicing you can access elements. Using indexing and slicing you can access elements, and using tuple also you can using loop also you can iterate over the tuple, means loop also you can use. The next point is stores heterogeneous data type elements. Heterogeneous means we know that heterogeneous data type means different data type elements you can store. For example, t1 tuple is there, so in this tuple I can have integer data type, then boolean data type, then I can have then string data type, right? So means these heterogeneous data type elements are allowed in tuple. Then duplication of elements is allowed. Duplicate elements are allowed, means repetition of elements is allowed. Means for example, I have this t2 and if I am repeating elements, so that is also allowed in tuples. Repetition of elements is allowed. Then construction function to create tuple is tuple. So construction function means you can use this function to create tuple. So what is this function? Tuple, and it takes one iterable as an argument. Iterable means collection of data, so it doesn't take single value. If you give single value it will give you error, so it takes one iterable. So using that, from that iterable you can create tuple, right? The next important point is immutable. So this is the main difference between list and tuple, is lists are mutable and tuples are immutable, means not changeable. Not changeable. So this is the main difference between tuples and list. So tuples are immutable, and this point already we have covered. Indexing and slicing, as it is ordered data type, so indexing and slicing is possible. Next we will see whatever the basics we have covered, practically we will see. Now we will see tuples practically. So first we will see create an empty tuple. So here create an empty tuple. So for example, I am taking here t1 is equal to, so we know that round brackets we have to use to define tuple. If I print this tuple on the console, t1 t1, so it is giving empty tuple, but there is no point in creating empty tuple because these are immutable, so you can't add remove values dynamically. But I have shown you how to create empty tuple. Then we will see tuple with group of data t2. So round brackets I am using 1 2 3 4. Then I am taking some different data type elements, then boolean I have taken, then string I have taken, right? So now this one tuple I have created, right? So now, and if I print this t2 on the console, t2 and t2 I am printing. So now this is our tuple t2. Then next point is checking data type. How to check data type of data in Python? We know that there is type function. So how to check? Print data type of t2. We have to use type function type t2. So now if I run this, it has given me class tuple, right? Next is indexing. So what is meant by indexing? So indexing means using indexes you can access its element. So in tuple it is possible because it is ordered data type. So for example, I want to access this Pune, so I can access this element using its index. So we know that in Python index starts with 0. So what is the index of this Pune? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. At fourth index this Pune is present. So using index I can access element from tuple. So I will give here city, and from which tuple I want from T2 tuple, and at which index it is present, as at fourth index. So that index I am writing here. So now it has given city Pune, means using index you can access tuple element. Then slicing is there. Slicing means you are taking some part of the data structure. So in tuple slicing is possible. So for example, I want to extract these 4 elements. So how to do slicing? You have to give start index and end plus 1 you have to give. So which values we have to give for slicing? So it is starting from 0th index, 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So it is up to 4 element. So what is the index of 4? That is 3. I want these many elements. So which values I should give in slicing? I should give here 0 to 4. Then it will give me elements from 0 to 3. So we have already seen slicing in list. So it will return one new tuple, sliced T2. And if I give here T2, and for slicing we have to give start index, that is 0, and end plus 1, that is 4, right? And if I print this and if I run this, I got here new tuple, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. It haven't changed original tuple. Original tuple is as it is. So print T2, this T2 I am printing, right? So this is the sliced T2, means whatever part we have extracted from T2, and this is our original tuple, that is T2. And one point I have told you, so these brackets are not mandatory. So if I remove these brackets, round bracket, still it will be a tuple, right? So now I have removed these brackets, and if I run this, so first I will clear this, right? So now we have removed this round bracket and we have checked its data type at line 8. Still it is one tuple, right? So these brackets are not mandatory. Thanks for watching the video, and if you like the content of my channel, please subscribe and press bell icon to get notification. And if you have any doubt, you can comment below.